Wait a second. I'm making you the host first.
Okay. Okay, Pratik. Now start.
So, an auspicious evening to one and all present here. I hope you all are doing well. I, Prarthi Singh Chauhan, along with all BJSF members, welcomes you again in this live talk session. But before getting started, I would like you to introduce you to Bindas Geo Social Foundation to the ones who are new to this session today. So, BJSF एक गैर लाभकारी संगठन, इट्स अ नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसका फोकस जरूरतमंदों को एक बेहतरीन और खुशहाल जिंदगी देना है. With the help of tireless workers, we organize fundraisers, community building events, and in-depth training for volunteers. BJSF का मोटो है हम सब खुश रहें. It was formally registered in the year 2018, working mainly in three sectors, that is health, education, and environment. So now I would like to introduce you all with some members of BJSF who are playing some important role for this organization. So starting with the founder of BJSF, Mr. Rajiv Verma, Secretary Shri J.R. Verma, Joint Secretary Ms. Sangeeta Mishra, Vice President Lucknow Ms. Chetna Khanna, Moradabad Team Vice President Ms. Ranjana Sharma, Executive Member Ms. Rachna Agarwal, Management Committee Members Mr. Manoj Kumar, Dr. Ram Chandra, Mr. Ramesh Chandra, and Project Director Ms. Archana Gupta. तो अब मैं आपको BJSF के द्वारा कराए गए कुछ इवेंट्स के बारे में ब्रीफ कराऊंगी. So the very first event that BJSF conducted was the blood donation camps. And secondly, it all keeps on organizing various plantation schemes on certain events. Thirdly, it plans various counseling sessions on women empowerment by going to schools, colleges, and slums. And it has also conducted many health checkup camps till now. और इस लॉकडाउन के चलते BJSF ने अपने काम नहीं रोके हैं. They are conducting free online yoga classes in the morning, and for the kids there are game sessions and along with many awareness topics for discussions. तो टाइम आ गया कि अब हम इस सेशन को स्टार्ट करें. So as you all know, COVID-19 ने किस तरह हम सबको अपने घरों में कैद करने को मजबूर कर दिया है. लेकिन फिर भी कुछ ऐसे योद्धा हैं जो बिना अपनी जान की परवाह किए अपने घरों से निकलते हैं, काम को जाते हैं, सिर्फ हम सब के लिए. तो हाँ, उन्हीं योद्धाओं में आते हैं हमारे बैंकर्स. So salute to the effort of bankers to provide services amid corona threat. तो आप सबको शायद मेरी बातों से अनुमान लग गया होगा कि आज के हमारे गेस्ट कौन होने वाले हैं. So time has come to welcome our guest for today. So today we are joined by distinguished group of speakers who will give their insights on banks, their policies, and their frameworks. So I heartily welcome you speakers. We have with us Mr. Rishikant Dubey, National Manager Credit Risk Ujjwal Small Finance Bank, Bangalore. Earlier, he also worked in Bank of India as a chief manager for 14 years. Secondly, we have Mr. Anil Kumar, Assistant General Manager, Bank of Baroda, Delhi. And also, we are having with us Ms. Neetu Shukla, Senior Manager, Bank of Baroda, Lucknow. So again, a very warm welcome to our speakers. It's really a very proud moment for us to have you all here. Now, if I missed out something in your introduction or anything that you speakers want to let us know about yourselves, and along with this, I would like, we are very keen to know about your interviews and experiences. So I think Rishi sir is available with us. So can we start with you, Rishi sir? Please tell us about your experience in this banking sector. So am I audible to you?
Yeah, you are, please. And I am audible to everybody, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very clear.
Yeah. So good evening, everybody. Myself, Rishikant, actually, if you see the banking, both the phases, means I started my career with the private sector. So banking has changed its phase from brick and mortar to digitization. Means banking is now not only limited to the branches and all. So, and this particular lockdown, or if you say the situations which are prevailing in the environment, has changed the banking like anything. And moreover, this gives a opportunity also, and there is a starting of the risk. That's why we decided that the topic for this particular discussion should be digitization in the banking or technology development in towards whether it is opportunity or a risk. So if I'm talking about the banking industry itself, industry is financial system, and banking, it's a very big industry, and it's a backbone of the economy. So during if I any economic activity needs to be started or needs to be rolled down, so if lockdown is there, economy is in low, economy is in low, economy is in up, but banking is having its own role in from the right from the grassroots level to the top corporates. So if you are looking banking in a different phase, I'll explain how the banking has changed and how it can be an opportunity for us, or how to deal with the banking system, how to deal with the digitization, whether the whatever digitization is going on. So the phase is like that. The banking is starting from the taking deposit to lending, and moreover, the common man is associated with the banks in the form of either they are putting deposit or taking loans. But now the multifarious products have come into the picture, like all other products, third party products are normal products of the banking. So the banking is not a one shop where you can only go deposit and take loan. Now it's a multi product shop is there. And with this, what happened, the changing banking, there is a lot of requirement in the banking has come. It is not like that a normal person, PO is joining a bank and he is giving the services in the branches or in any offices. Now banking has changed, and there are specialized services that has come into the banking. So the opportunity has come a lot. Means bank is now, it's not only taking deposit or lending money, we are managing a hell of a work in the banks. And there, because of that, lot of opportunities have come into the bank. If you are seeing as an opportunity from the career perspective, if you see, the banks are now digitized, the banks are dealing with a complex products, the banks are dealing managing their own risk, the banks are having a integrated treasury, banks are having a very good audit department, the banks are having a lot hell of other products which require a lot of people in the system. And with the changing environment and changing prospects in the banking, there are a lot of opportunities have come into the banking. And if you see now, the thing is from generalized to specialized, the things are now specialized in the banking. Like if a person is banker is not a general banking person, like he is giving only one services. Now there are a lot of people required from the risk management, lot of people required from the audit perspective, lot of people from the analytics side are required. And this gives a huge opportunity for the young people. And it is like, and if you see, the banking environment changes in the form of different way also. Earlier there were a public sector bank and private sector bank only, in a not so modernized, and very few banks are there. Now the bank, RBI has given license to 10 small finance banks. They also have given a huge opportunity in the system, by which uh, if you see, individual small finance banks are even recruiting around 10 to 15,000 workforce in a bank. There are 10 banks like that. So a lot of requirements are coming in a small finance banks also. So there is a huge opportunity. And secondly, the situation and the way the generations are moving, the digitization is inevitable. We cannot avoid digitization. So in banking also, digitization has come in like anything, right from the private sector bank, public sector bank, and SFBs. Everywhere digitization is the mantra now. So digitization is like the services which you can handle by your own self, sitting at home, or you can use these services to have all the banking services on your mobile, on your internet, on your laptop or all. So digitization is starting from the deposit, move towards the loan. Everywhere digitization is there, and digitization is the easing which makes you the easier transaction, easier availability of the loan, easier assessment and all. But yes, this poses a huge risk for us also as a banker, for you also as a user, because if you are working in a digitized environment, we should be very much aware about my cyber security. So the way, if you are reading the newspaper and all, when this lockdown is started, this COVID is started, banks are working at emphasize a digital banking. People should go for the mobile banking, internet banking, and all. Immediately, the fraudsters have started their own way of skimming the money and all. So, a lot of frauds are starting happening through on a digital mode. So, we should be very much aware about all this, because if you are using a mobile banking or any digital mode of the banking, we should be very much aware about the how to use it, what is my security level. If you are using a mobile banking, your mobile should be secure. If you are using through laptop, your laptop should have a antivirus, everything should be updated, and we should not rely on any kind of messages, emails which are coming from unknown sources. So uh, how if these things are happening, this is opportunity for the people also. People will happen, and it is happening. Then cyber risk is growing like anything. At the same time, the people from the cyber security area are required more in banks. So those people who are going to be professional, because banking is not, that's what I'm telling you, a lot of specialized people are now required in the banking system. So as well as this cyber risk people are required in a very, very high amount in the system. So this is a very good opportunity for all of us. So it's like cyber risk management are, there are a lot of courses and all are in the market also. Those people who are understanding this, and there are a lot of companies which are making the products to secure the banking system. These companies are also having a good opportunity. So it's an opportunity for from outside, from inside both. So what I want to emphasize is that this particular system is changing. With the changing system, we are having lot of opportunity in the forms of different type of jobs as well as different type of services, and poses certain type of risk which is in the form of digital frauds. Or if you see, lot of people are come into the picture that they have applied for the loan and money has been siphoned from their account. So this type of thing should be avoided. Means we should be very secure, very aware about the industry and about what we are doing in the system. So this is how the banking is. From my side, it's first sort of things, and I will be open for any question regarding the opportunities and all. I'm a risk manager here, so anything on a risk angle, risk area, from the credit risk, market, operational risk, even in cyber risk, I am very open for your queries and all. Please.
Thank you so much, sir. I think in a very short span of time, you explained everything that a core banking system includes. So that's a very great thing. You made many concept clear. So next, we are having our second guest, Neetu Shukla, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible to you?
Yeah, very much audible.
Very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you are. Very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Ma'am, please share your experience with us in banking sector.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to thank Rajiv sir for inviting me to share my views and opinions on this banking industry, which is playing a very crucial role in this lockdown situation. Secondly, I also thank Parthi for calling us as a warrior, because for the first time I heard somebody has praised the bankers for their services. Otherwise, in this lockdown situation, no one has recognized what we as a banker are facing nowadays, and we at a branch level, I mean, we are at a most sensitive, because sensitive zone, where we are dealing with the customers of every strata, every from every periphery, from educated to uneducated, and from small town to small village and metropolitan city. So I would like to thank you for calling us a warrior. And as far as my experience is concerned, I'll just brief about myself. I graduated from Pantnagar University, and I got selected to Dena Bank in 2005. Okay, then I joined in the head office over there, looking after the priority sector department. Then I got to Delhi regional zonal office, where I looked after retail banking department. And further, later on, to last only year, our bank got merged in the Bank of Baroda. So now we are Barodhians. And I am posted at SLBC department at Lucknow, that is State Level Bankers Committee. We are looking up after all the activities of the Uttar Pradesh government. So this is all my from my introduction. Looking to the turmoil what the banking industry is facing, from what the Rishi sir has already told you, we were only restricted to deposit and lending. But now you name the field and you will find the banking industry involved in that sector. Like Aadhaar enrollment center, we bankers have. Bank branches are doing Aadhaar enrollment. Secondly, all the digital modes like Bhim UPI app, Aadhaar enrollment, and we have demo banks. We are mobile banks. We are having to distribute the money for this to the customers. ATM banks we have. So I mean, from the traditional banking, now we have switched to a modern banking, which is very much digitalization. And in this lockdown situation, it is helping the customer. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah. And if we just move to this loan portfolio, and in this area, every public sector bank, private sector bank, small finance bank, small payment banks, RRBs, DCBs, district cooperative banks, all are playing very important role. And if we are say about this loan portfolio, then majorly bankers are looking after three major loan portfolios. That is corporate loan, that is bigger loan given to corporate industry. Second, it is SME loans, which are given to small and microfinance industries, which are basically small entrepreneurs who are trying to do their own setup and own businesses. Thirdly, we go to retail loans, which is basically deals with the middle class people. What we are looking for, the like education loan, housing loan, car loan, personal loan. What the requirement is fulfilled. Retail loan segment is covering all these loans. So this is all the loan portfolios that we are governing. And in this pandemic situation, when the lockdown has come, our government has announced this Mudra fund, raised a fund for this Mudra loan, where they have given, where they have announced that every enterprises will net the help from the banking industry to have their own setup, and for their loan is available from the banking industry to set up a small unit. So it is also very good help from our government to our citizens of India in this lockdown situation. And all the things earlier Rishi sir has covered what I wanted to say. And if anything is particular or peculiar, is something prominent you wanted to let me know, I'll answer it. I'll love to answer the same queries.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really beneficial information that you shared with us. And I think our third guest was also to come, Mr. Anil. Due to some issues, he might not be able to come today. So next we are having with us Purnima ma'am. She has also serviced in a reputed bank. So let's know her experience. Ma'am, am I audible to you, Purnima ma'am?
Yes, Prati. Am I
Yes,
audible?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, please
Okay.
share your experience with us.
Good evening to all the banker and non-banker friends who have assembled here online. I am Purnima Banerjee, also from Pantnagar University. I am a BTech from there, and I passed out in 1977. I think many of you may not be born, perhaps some of you at least. So then I joined Bank of Baroda as a probationary officer in 1979 and carried on till 2015 when I retired as a deputy general manager and regional head. So I've seen a lot of changes over a period of time. Say 36 years I've been with the same bank. So I've gone through a full gamut of the changes which happened during the initial stages of my joining when we were busy with IRDP. I think old bankers would all remember IRDP, Integrated Rural Development Program. So it started in a very different regime and carried on. We carried on till Jan Dhan Yojana in 2014-15. Till that time, I carried on like there has been a wide range of banking activity which has seen such a change of this thing. So many changes we have seen in our lifetime, from manual banking, ledger banking, to little bit of computer banking, where it started with individual branches having different softwares. Then finally it came to 2000, I think 2006, 5 6 onwards, when we went into core banking. And then a lot of mergers which have taken place. I welcome Sarita, नहीं कौन थे अभी, देना बैंक से कौन आए थे, नीतू शुक्ला जी. Yeah, I welcome you as a old Bank of Baroda, Barodian. But Dena Bank has always been a very, I mean, close to us, being both being born in Gujarat, perhaps because of that.
Yes.
But yeah. And Bank of Baroda, last year I found out that Bank of Baroda has merged at least 10 banks over a period of time. They have 10 banks have got merged into Bank of Baroda, and it's standing strong. So that I come from a very strong banking background, and have been into a lot of departments, like from credit to audit and inspection to branch banking, to as a branch manager, as AGM, as AGM of government business, AGM recoveries, as in the we have a special recovery cell. So everything included, and finally being a regional head, which during which period I had some 8 districts under me. So there's been a whole lot of changes and whole lot of activities that I've seen. The BC, the banking correspondence, all these things coming up. But later on, it has all boiled down to, as Mr. Rishi said, that it is all coming down to digital banking, digital services everywhere. In all kind of services, it is there. Banking is not spared of these. So we all are getting into digital arena with whatever best possible solutions that every individual bank is finding itself good for. And basic activities remain the same. The acceptance of deposit and the disbursement of loans or advances, that will always be the core banking activity. But once we enter into a digital situation, then things become even more, maybe somewhat easier. Yes, easier, faster, but also complicated, as he has also mentioned regarding the fraudsters coming into picture, the lots of people who are coming into play. And we have to be extra careful. Not only we as a banker, we also, the customers also have to be educated. They have to be told about what all can happen, what all can go wrong with the customers. And even as a pensioner, I feel all the old people, all the senior citizens who may have plenty of money stuck in their savings account, because they are quite unwilling to go beyond savings or FDRs. So what happens is that these fraudsters know that these people who are vulnerable, who do not know about this thing, they don't know how to handle a computer or online banking, they don't know, they don't use much, they will still prefer to go to the bank physically and withdraw their money or do their banking from there. So they know that these people do not know, and they can easily be beguiled into a situation where they part with their passwords, or the security risk is just not known to them. So they will perhaps beguile such elderly people and somehow defraud them. Though RBI has it guidelines how to recompensate such people, but then how much can any industry, any compensation, how much can it give? So it is better that we all be aware of whatever are the pitfalls, and we must start entering into a situation where we know, we get to know and use, as it's like a language. So if we do not use a language, we tend to forget it. अगर आपने कोई भाषा सीखी है, मान लीजिए बचपन में या क्लास स्कूल कॉलेज में कभी आपने फ्रेंच या संस्कृत थोड़ी बहुत पढ़ी होगी, सीखी होगी, और उसको कभी यूज नहीं किया तो आप भूल जाते हैं उसको. सेम वे इफ द एल्डरली पीपल डू नॉट यूज द digital banking, digital transactions, they do not do, they will somehow either learn it a little bit and then not use and forget about it, or they'll never learn it perhaps. तो ये चीज सिचुएशन जो है डिजिटल बैंकिंग के लिए, उस हिसाब से लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है बताना, उनको एजुकेट करना. लाइक फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन और फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी में हम लोग अनपढ़ लोगों को या कम पढ़े लिखे लोगों को सिखाते हैं कि आप इस तरह से बैंकिंग करिए या ये चीजें नहीं करिए, डूज एंड डोंट्स. इसी तरह हमको एल्डरली लोगों को, या जो लोग इसमें इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है, नहीं कर पाते हैं, इंटरनेट ना होने की वजह से भी हो सकता है, सो वी हैव टू एजुकेट दोज पीपल. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस इज, अभी तो और भी ज्यादा इसमें देखने की बात आ रही है कि ऑल द प्राइवेट बैंक्स हैव ऑलरेडी गॉन इनटू, एंड maybe I don't know, since I've retired since last 5 years I'm not in the banking channel directly, so maybe you all may be aware of the this thing, artificial intelligence. ठीक है, रोबोटिक्स, ये सब चीजें आ रही हैं, ये चीजें आ गई हैं. प्राइवेट बैंक्स तो काफी सारा यूज करना शुरू कर दिया उन्होंने. बहुत सारे ऐसे ऑपरेशंस हैं, जैसे कि मान लीजिए लॉकर ऑपरेशन है, इसमें किसी एक इंसान को अपनी सीट छोड़ के जाके उठ के उसको लॉकर ऑपरेट कराना बहुत जरूरी नहीं होगा. इफ द रोबोट इज देयर टू डू द वर्क वेरी एफिशिएंटली एंड विद मिनिमम confusion or anything, the robot can do carry on with this kind of a work, which already we see that some banks already have it. Maybe we will all start doing that, which also implies that the number of employees per bank will perhaps reduce. मुझे पता नहीं, HR के कोई हैं यहाँ पर बैठे हैं बैंकिंग HR से कभी जिन्होंने डील किया हो, काम किया हो, anybody? So आप बताएं कि is it likely to happen that we go more into artificial intelligence and robotics and less into the recruitment of people directly into their services? This situation may also come. और जो वॉरियर वाली बात आपने कही प्रार्थी, दैट इज आई थिंक एवरीबडी, नॉट ओनली जस्ट इस फोरम पे बात हो रही है, हर फोरम पे ये बात होती है, दैट ये मोस्ट अनसंग हीरोज, मैं तो कहूंगी उनको, अपने बैंकर्स भाइयों बहनों को, दे आर अनसंग हीरोज, क्योंकि उनके बारे में कोई बात ही नहीं करता. वो रात को 10 बजे आते हैं, कि कब आते हैं कोई पता नहीं है उनका. लोग बोलते हैं ना, कहावत में है कि वो बच्चों को छोड़ के जाते हैं तो बच्चे सोए हुए होते हैं, और जब आते हैं, लौट के आते हैं, तो बच्चे तब भी सोते हुए मिलते हैं. So they don't even, and especially the mothers, I think कितनी सारी mothers यहाँ banking mothers बैठी हैं, और mothers के लिए तो बहुत एक painful situation होती है when they have to do their work and for long hours as officers they have to carry on working long hours and they just can't look after their own children only. तो ये चीजें लाइफ में जब होती हैं तो इनका भी एक वो होता है कि these people are unsung heroes. अभी जो आप लोगों की कोरोना की वजह से जो सिचुएशन, आप जितने वर्किंग बैंकर्स हैं, इतनी मेहनत आप लोग कर रहे हैं और अपने को रिस्क में डाल के कर रहे हैं, दैट इज ये ऑपरेशनल रिस्क का पार्ट अगर है तो आई डोंट नो, आज तक किसी ने ये बात कही नहीं कि ऑपरेशनल रिस्क ये भी है, क्योंकि एक आदमी को कोरोना लग जाता है, कहीं से भी पता लगता है कि वो कोरोना पॉजिटिव है, इवन सब स्टाफ यानी हमारा जो चपरासी होता है, तो पूरी ब्रांच सील हो जाती है और ब्रांच के सारे स्टाफ को हटा दिया जाता है वहां से. सो यू कैन सी हाउ मच ऑफ एन ऑपरेशनल लॉस बैंक इज इनकरिंग बिकॉज ऑफ वन लाइफ बीइंग पुट टू रिस्क. तो इस तरह की जो सिचुएशन हो रही है उसके बावजूद सब लोग मिलके इतने अच्छे से काम कर रहे हैं. आई डोंट थिंक कि ये लोग किसी हाल में भी उन डॉक्टर्स से, नर्सेस से या पैरामेडिक्स से कम है, पुलिस वालों से कम है, ऐसा नहीं है. लेकिन इन लोगों को ये दिखाई नहीं पड़ते हैं, क्योंकि ना इनकी कोई यूनिफॉर्म होती है, ना इनका कोई ऐसा आई कार्ड लगा हुआ होता है कि ये लोग क्या है, कौन है. तो इनका कुछ भी दिखाई ना पड़ने की वजह से इनकी कभी बात सामने उजागर नहीं होती. लेकिन ये लोग बहुत मेहनत से और बहुत अपने को रिस्क में डालते हुए शिद्दत से काम कर रहे हैं, पूरी जान लगाकर जोखिम में डाल के सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद भी नहीं होता है. तो आई कॉल देम अनसंग हीरोज. मुझे बहुत दुख होता है अपने बैंकर्स भाई बहनों के लिए कि उन लोगों की बात कहीं है ही नहीं, कहीं पूरे सिस्टम में कहीं पर भी जब भी बहुत हमारे नेता लोग भी स्पीच देते हैं तो मैं कहीं नहीं पाती हूँ। शायद कभी भूले भटके प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक आध बार कहा हो कि बैंक में भी एसेंशियल सर्विसेज मेंटेनेंस के अंडर आता है, तो उन्होंने बैंक का नाम लिया, लेकिन बैंकर उसका जनधन से लेके मैं देख रही हूँ कि इतना सारा काम किया है आप लोगों ने। इसके दौरान भी जो नोटबंदी हुई थी उस वक्त भी कितना एक्सेस वर्क आया, आप लोगों ने सब कुछ हैंडल किया, आज भी कर रहे हैं, आगे भी करते रहेंगे, आई एम वेरी श्योर। क्योंकि ये ब्रीड, बैंकर्स की एक ब्रीड ही ऐसी है कि जिसको रात नहीं दिन नहीं देखना नहीं होता, उसको काम करना होता है सिर्फ। सो आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल टू ऑल द ब्रदर बैंकर्स, सिस्टर बैंकर्स। आप लोगों के लिए मैं मेरा सैल्यूट, और मैं बहुत आप लोगों के लिए आभारी हूँ कि आप लोग देश की ऐसी सेवा कर रहे हैं और मुंह बंद करके आंख नीची करके सिर्फ अपना काम कर रहे हैं। आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल टू यू। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really fantastic to know your banker's journey. And in fact, we're getting to know a day in the life of a banker, actually. And yes, I will say you banker's role is no less significant than a policeman or a doctor. So next, I wanted to raise a question to our speakers. As we all know, COVID-19 has affected everything on this globe, and so must the banks also. तो मैं ये जानना चाहूंगी कि क्या इस बैंकिंग इकोसिस्टम में कुछ जो बदलाव आए हैं वो क्या और कैसे बदलाव आए हैं? So any of our speakers could answer this. Rishi sir, would you like to?
Yeah. So the banking in a COVID situation, if you are talking specifically, so the banking has seen it's a different day, because business on a daily basis means we are coming out and doing business daily. On the deposit front, yes, we were able to deliver because the people were coming and getting their money and depositing the money if they want. But yes, if you are talking about on the credit side has gone muted because of this COVID situation, and there is no offtake of credit in the system. That's why, because there was no economic activity, nothing was happening. That's why credit was not moving. So what is going to be changed? What we felt in our bank also, and I'm thinking that most of the banks are going to do what we have worked in last 2 months is to digitize the loan system also. Because if you see in an environment, it is not like that it's a public sector or private sector bank. We are working in an environment where, because I'm a public sector banker, if I'm telling by my blood, I have worked in Bank of India for 14 years. I started in 2005 and rose to the as a chief manager, and I seen a brick mortar type of banking and all. But if I'm talking about, if I switch to a private sector bank, I have seen that the changes is like last 2 months. What we have worked during our lockdown is how to digitize all the platforms. Because if you see, if I can digitize at least my all the retail loans, because the thing is moving towards that only. I want to digitize my all the personal loan, vehicle loan, all SME loans and all, so that those people who want credit, because it's like now if the lockdown will open, or even in the lockdown also, many people who were working in a different arena, who was in a digital forum, who are in e-commerce, whose their businesses are moving, those who want to have an investment, those who are having something like in their mind. I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So those who want to work in a different platforms also, they need money at that time. But because we don't have that system in place, that's why we are not able to deliver that particular service. So with this lockdown, everybody, right from the public sector bank to private sector bank and small finance bank, are known for that. So we are going to digitize the things, that everything will be in digital platform, at least the paper movement. Because if you see, the social behavior of the people are going to change like anything after this COVID. If we are going to live with the COVID, the behavior will not be the same. People are not going to come to the bank to take the loan, or the contacts will be lesser. So in that situation, we have to change our own way of banking, because the same banking will not run my business. My bread and butter will not come in that way. So what we have to do, we have to digitize the thing so that least contact will be there. Now KYCs are on the phone, KYCs are on the online. There are a lot of systems are coming where account opening will be done on a sitting distant way. You are sitting at your home. I will take your KYC. You can show your Aadhaar card, I can scan that, everything can be done remotely. So this type of change is going to come. Moreover, for the loan also, if you see in a COVID situation, loan application, you're even only what we are
Rishi
seeing
sir,
the challenge when we.
Rishi sir, so sorry to interrupt. I need to announce that our meeting will end soon in hardly few minutes. So please, everyone, rejoin as soon as the meeting ends. Am I audible to all?
Acha. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Means same meeting will, or you are going to arrange a
Yeah,
different meeting?
same ID.
So same ID and same password.
Okay. So
So you
same
please
meeting
continue.
will be there, or
So same meeting will be there.
different meeting we have?
So same meeting.